We
Sometimes
never
we
got a
gotta
chance to
pop
talk
out
about
and
the
show
pop out show.
niggas. He said it and he did it. I mean,
This was. They said this was Summer Jam. Jay-Z, Mobb Deep, put Prodigy on the
hey,
rest in peace of Prodigy. But you know, when he came out there, Nas, you know, he did his Summer Jam as far as Jay-Z. I feel like Kendrick took this up a notch because this nigga had the West Coast entirely on his stage. When he brought out Dr. Dre, that was the official signature right there. Yeah, YG, Rowdy Rich. You got E40 and them out there. You got everybody from the West Coast. Not only that, the man in the show would bring
did,
in the gangs on stage, the Crips, the Bloods. Not only that, he brought the Crumpers on stage. Y'all don't remember the Clown, Tommy the Clown?
yep, Tommy the
Everybody. This is LA
Clown.
culture.
Yep.
I was in the living room ready to crump. Oh shit, I'm about to watch Stomp the Yard.
What, what? The camera
I'm about to watch
works.
Stomp the
Shout
Yard.
out to the camera.
Man, I wish I could show y'all, but I already know what you told me. When that nigga did the wop
Yeah,
wop
shout
wop,
out to the cameraman. Get it, cameraman.
y'all better get that nigga an extra 50 G's or something. Like they kept on showing that on social media. That was everywhere as far as the camera work. Oh yeah, we gotta bring D back, Tony. We gotta get D back in Friday. She gotta come back. I thought you said Craig Mama. You said Craig, man. But yeah, watching just the way he was able to get up there and perform, not like us 6 times in a row. That's nasty work. It is. It's disrespectful. And once again, it's having not only rappers up there from LA, you had athletes up there from LA. Russell Westbrook, goddamn Paul. These niggas in the NBA, NFL, NHL, hockey players, everybody, if you from LA, you was on this stage.
I feel like Drake was going through his contact list and was deleting motherfuckers. Fuck you.
Man, what?
Fuck you.
If you
Don't
from
call
California,
blocking motherfuckers.
hey, not one. It's
Unfollow
one nigga though.
motherfuckers.
He had one. And I forgot to put this in the topics, but the game.
I mean, you remember in one of the songs he was like niggas that really bang. He was talking about YG in the game. Yeah, but then I was like, did he really expect
I
YG to like
respect the
take
game.
his side?
I absolutely respect the game for what he did because he could have been on some shit like, man, this peer pressure, this LA, I gotta stand 10 toes down. This is my city. But I get it because if you look at the game's career, him and Drake, they do got that type of relationship. Outside of him and Kendrick Lamar. I'm like, okay. I mean, hey. And I'm gonna be honest with you. Ain't none of you rappers gonna step in that ring with the game. I'm just, hey, we can clown, we can say whatever you want to say about the game, but when it comes to diss records and like beef battle records, the game was stepping up. Y'all ain't want this smoke. Rick Ross didn't want that smoke, but I also know people don't want to get him that spotlight because of his antics and the way he has done shit in his career as far as the game. At the same time, he was salty about
Yeah,
not
that
being at that
nigga.
concert. I don't care what y'all say. He was a little salty. Like that was everybody was.
I mean, it's kind of hard because, like, I mean, dude, you got the same charges that, whatever, accusations, allegations.
That, that
Just saying.
I get
That
it. I get it.
might be why don't nobody want to fool with him because of
Nah,
the
I don't think
accusations
that's
and
it.
the
Honestly, I
allegations
don't think that's it.
from women.
when when the whole situation was going on with him and Kendrick, I think he kind of was throwing the hints like I'm going with Drake. I like what Drake doing as far as the game. What I will say though is, out of all the people on stage, Game got a better discography as far as albums than YG now. His shit kills them
I give
as
you
far
that.
as
I give you that.
I'm gonna say that. And when it comes to like somebody who was the face of West Coast rap at the time, he was that person. He brought it back in 2005, 2006. lyricism, good
Hate
song.
it or love it.
At the same time, Southside Jamaica Queens did give him like 5 songs for that documentary album that was supposed to be on the master. So I'm gonna just put that out there. So yeah, you know, as far as production, writing, and all that. So hey, but
My shit
afterwards, as
is.
far as
I still like the song he did with Drake. Put you on the game.
yeah,
That beat, just.
and that was Timberland too, right? That was Timberland.
Yeah, yeah, it
But even
was.
after that, the Devil's Advocate, I forgot L.A. It was something else. He had some good albums even after he was not on G Unit or even with Dr. Dre or even having that Dr. Dre production. The game was still producing good music. So when it comes to just the LA culture and him not being on that stage, I feel like he couldn't do that because that whole thing was set up for a diss and Drake. It just is what it is. It wouldn't have been no
On
pop out show
Juneteenth.
if Not Like Us was not dissing Drake. You right, Juneteenth. Like it
It's
wouldn't have been
layers to
nothing.
that.
It wouldn't have been. Kendrick Lamar would not be doing no pop out show if he was not dissing Drake on that song.
He said he gotta pop out and show niggas. Certified boogeyman.
To have not a stadium, arena of people saying minor 6 times, not one, 6 times. Yeah, that's disrespect. It is. But like I said, the moments that stood out for me was him having all the people on stage from LA as far as the gangs and like Tommy the Clown them and just that LA culture. He had everybody on there. And this was not
I
like
think it's
the what you about to say?
I think it's I think it's weird seeing black people try to diminish this and demean it and be like, this didn't mean
Because of the
anything.
gang
This did,
culture.
which is, they trying to say this wasn't shit for the culture, but it's just a bunch of people hanging out and having fun. And I'm like, you can say that about a lot of shit. And I'm just like, why specifically y'all want to talk about this? And that's what makes me mad because black people always want to point some shit at some shit, point the finger at some, not saying like this was like a big shift in the culture, but like, damn, can people just not have fun? Can
I
people just not get
mean, it
together
kind
and
of
have
was a shift in the
fun?
culture. I mean, LA, not saying LA wasn't in the spotlight for a minute, but this shit made people go and listen to other artists from LA. Like Mustard on the Beat. When the last time you heard Mustard on the Beat top song, goddamn Billboard charts or anywhere?
I'm
Just being
different.
honest.
That's the
So,
last
you
thing
know what
I
I'm saying?
think.
That's a
I'm
long time
different.
ago.
Yeah, I'm
Even with the Rihanna
different.
joint, he
Yeah,
had
it
some
is.
songs, you know, he produced with Rihanna and them or whatever, but it's been a long time since you heard Mustard on the Beat
Mm-hmm.
or it being mainstream anyway. So, yeah, there was a shift in the culture. It put LA back in the spotlight, in the main spotlight.
I feel like that's just people hating, cause and then it's like,
Facts.
uh, I feel like it's just people
This is,
hating, period, because people, I don't know, that's I can go deep, cause I mean, depending on who we talk about, who was hating, cause I saw like a YouTuber talking about some. This was shameful and like, what did they do and do they do anything for the community? And I was just like, what? Like this was a congregation of black people and nobody got shot. Nobody
mm-hmm.
died. And this was different gangs coming together.
And for all
Like,
we know, Kendrick and Drake have a mutual respect for each other. They have people in their parties that are older individuals that talk between each other. And I'm not saying I know this. I'm just saying I've seen certain things, and I know that what I've seen outside of Rick Ross, who basically said, "Nigga, why did you even jump in this?" I said what I said to you. You going about your way, blah blah blah. You kept engaging yourself in this by trying to play Kendrick Lamar song. So that was different.